The sun is out, the wind is breezing by. It's a really cool day here in Vancouver, and another fun day to talk about some more ice hockey memorabilia here on Ice Hockey POV. I was scrolling through some of my binders looking for some conversation topics to bring up on the YouTube channel, and I stumbled across this SP card from 2020-2021 of then Montreal Canadiens forward Jonathan Drouin, a guy who has had a very unfortunate career over the past few seasons, and a player who unfortunately was not able to live up to his third overall hype. Still though, Jonathan Drouin provides a really great story and a fun opportunity for us to talk about him here on the channel, all expressed through this really cool SP card from 5 years ago. As we have mentioned through various capacities on YouTube, the Montreal Canadiens have had a very difficult amount of luck with third overall draft picks the past few years. From Jonathan Drouin to Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Kirby Dach, and Alex Galchenyuk even. There were a number of guys taken third that were on the Canadiens, and unfortunately none of them really panned out. Drouin is a guy that was taken third by Steve Yzerman and the Tampa Bay Lightning back in the 2013 NHL entry draft. And ever since making his debut with that organization, there were issues. Unfortunately, there were some discussions on Drouin's personality, whether or not he was the right fit for a Steven Stamkos-led Tampa team, and inevitably, the Canadiens acquired Drouin in exchange for Mikhail Sergachev in a blockbuster trade towards the end of the 2010s. Inevitably, Drouin played with the Canadiens for a number of seasons, finally moving on from them earlier this decade. Drouin had multiple stints in a Canadian sweater where he was the top producing guy, but those stints never lasted too long. Inevitably, he took a leave of absence during this season's worth of play in 2020-2021, and unfortunately missed out on the entire Montreal Canadiens Stanley Cup final run as they inevitably lost to Drouin's former team in Tampa Bay. Give it a few more seasons, and Drouin eventually found himself in Colorado, where he posted up a career high of 56 points in a year. He then went over to New York, the Islanders, and ended off this previously completed season with the St. Louis Blues. At the time of recording this video here, Drouin is still an unrestricted free agent. We'll wait and see where it is he ends up going for 2026-2027. But either way, this trading card has a really cool story behind it. You've got SP on the top with some really nice blue background elements behind the player, some circles indicating the SP brand, Jonathan Drouin, left wing, Canadiens on the bottom. Then you've got some statistics of the player himself, 6 feet, 193, a left-handed shot from Quebec. At the time of this card's publication, he had 209 points in 349 NHL seasons. Drouin opened the 2019-20 season with a 5-game point streak. He capped the run by scoring once and picking up an assist in the Canadiens' 6-3 home win over the St. Louis Blues on October 12th. Unfortunately, I feel like that happened a lot for Drouin in the Canadiens jersey. Starting out the year with a really hot point streak, being one of the top guys on the team in scoring before inevitably fizzling out. I feel like that happened more than once in a Montreal Canadiens season. And unfortunately for Drouin, this is a guy whose internal pressure and the external pressure as well maybe was a little bit too much for him to handle. I don't know if he ever was going to be able to pan out to that third overall draft spot, a potential 60, 70, 80 point guy like some folks thought he would have been 12 years ago. But either way, Drouin provides a really nice window into the past of Montreal Canadiens players, and I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about Drouin as a player? Where do you think he is going to continue his NHL career? And was it a success in Montreal from getting traded from Tampa to inevitably departing to go to Colorado? This has been Ice Hockey POV, and I'll see you in the next one.